For me, I've always been an outdoor lover. I was a brownie in primary school, became a ranger in high school. Then in campus, I was in presidential award scheme with Kitonga. And it was crazy. We had no right equipment. It was baptism by fire.
Just hold the mic closer.
It was baptism by fire.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't say we were well prepared. It's just something that I've always loved to do.
Yeah.
And found myself in it. And then as we've gone along, then we've grown and gotten
learned.
the right gears
Yeah.
and all that. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Co-founder. Well, go on. Tell us a bit about your experience.
I would say for me, I was really pushed to really go into this
By who?
My sister.
Oh.
She was in President's Award, so I remember her asking me to join them for one of the hikes, and I was like, how can I go and sleep out there with no tent, just a sleeping bag? Yeah.
Wanyama.
But finally I accepted, and since then I just went with the flow. And
how many years has it been now?
I think that was 2006. So
Well
I
over a
think
decade.
from that point onwards, it was just hiking.
And it was a result of, your sister pushing you into doing it. And maybe you could hear from you, Mumbi, why hiking?
For me, it came naturally.
Yeah.
It's just something I was drawn to because I've always loved the outdoors. And then once you start doing it, there's just something about summiting a mountain. I don't know if it's the endorphins. I don't know. There's just something.
Dopamine. Ukipanda na dopamine, you can really see we're like, oh yes.
Yeah. And also, getting to meet people, it's so much fun. And it's just a way to let loose away from the hustles and bustles of everyday life.
All right. What about you, Grace? You just started last year, and why did you decide to go with hiking as opposed to kwenda ride bike up a Karura, going for walks,
I think mine came as a surprise that I actually enjoyed being outdoors, because my friends have tried telling me, join us hiking. I'm like, why on earth would I want to be walking in a forest, in mud, in dirt, ants, But once I started, like she's saying, you can't really explain what happens when you're outdoors, but you just want to keep going. And you end up like trying to influence other people to join you. So I'm one of those people who now tell you, let's go hiking.
You never know until you know.
You never know until you're actually in the dirt.
Why hiking?
Well,
in as much as your first instance was back in high school, the presidential award.
Yes. Why hiking?
Even a company, for that matter.
Even establishing a company.
Yeah.
I really found that it was like this place I went, and every time I came out, things were a bit more clear. It's like where I go to declutter myself. It's where I go to connect with me. It's a place where even if you go with a group, there's a moment when you're hiking that you're just there alone with your thoughts. And you connect so well with yourself. And when you come back, your relationship at work, at family level, they're so much improved. You find yourself, you're so clear in really what you really want in life. And I thought, why should I not create a platform where people would come in? It's like a pot where you just go in, enter into it, go enjoy yourself for a day, for 2 days, for 3 days, for 5 days, for 10 days, for 14 days, and then come back.
Born anew, you are a new version of yourself.
And just enjoy it, and just come back full of life in whatever you're doing.
So for you, it was a place that was just taking you away from the chaos of life.
Exactly.
The hassles of, the city.
Exactly.
Unaenda ukiwa na mashida, unatoka ukiwa
Fresh.
All right, but for so many people, do you even understand, is there even a difference between hiking and mountain climbing, or is it just one and the same thing, only that these terminologies are used interchangeably?
Well, hiking is something it's basically walking.
Yeah.
So when you do longer days, then you can call it trekking. So you can go to Mount Kenya for 4 or 5 days.
Okay.
You can go to Karura for hiking or walking. You can go to Ngong for hiking, a day out hiking, But when they are longer days, then you're trekking. It's a longer hike. Yeah.
Okay.
But mountain climbing, now it also brings up a technical aspect of it, where you need to use ropes and other gears for you to be able to climb a mountain that you cannot basically climb by just walking. For example, Mount Kenya has 3 peaks. That is Lenana, Nerion, and Batian. But the only place you can go without using any other technical equipment is only Lenana. The other 2 peaks you have to use ropes, carabiners, and many other equipment. And you also have protective gear like helmets for you to be able, because they are falling rocks and stuff.
All right.
So you have to protect yourself. So that's basically the difference between mountain climbing, which is really close to rock climbing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So mountain climbing is a bit more complex
It's
as
a bit
opposed
more,
to
yes,
just
it's a bit
hiking.
more, yes, exactly.
So ukitembea sana, ukitembea Karura for 2, 3, 4 days, inatoka kuwa hiking, inakuwa trekking. Ukienda kupanda mlima huko, it becomes a hike at first, but it eventually evolves to mountain climbing.
Exactly.
Which involves more than just you being there and going and walking. Now, you have mentioned the whole aspect of, different phases of the mountain, even because, there's only one point where you can only go looking a certain way. Now, when it comes to actually how we dress for hiking and mountain climbing, because that, I think, is the place most of us get it wrong. Your gym tights and your vest and like a towel, and most of them are either spandex or cotton, and you are a headband and like a light jacket, and you're going either hiking or mountain climbing, and your sport shoes and a new upper even your local. When it comes to how we even prepare and gear up for going for a trek or a hiking expedition or mountain climbing, when it comes to gear, let me hear from you, Mumbi. What do we need to know? Speak to the ladies out there. When it comes to how we dress for these outdoor activities, Atwendi kuslay. Na kama ni kuslay, tunaslay while considering your health.
Okay, so first and foremost, cotton is a no-no.
No.
Yes.
Absolute no.
Because it retains moisture, and especially when it's cold, that can be detrimental.
Inaingia tu ndani kwa mwili.
Sasa baridi inaingia kabisa. So cotton no.
Cotton no. Yeah.
So when you're hiking, a polyester t-shirt is better, and then there are hiking pants, or you can get hiking tights.
So there's a difference. Si tu tights za kawaida.
Za kuwaka za kawaida za cotton hizi zinashikilia maji hapana. Yes. So hizo atutaki.
Okay.
Yeah, so you need to get the right gear, because you need something that dries very fast as you sweat, so that it doesn't retain moisture. Yeah. For a shoe, I think that's the first thing we should be talking about. You need a good hiking boot.
Yes.
Because...
And you're all in almost the same kinds of boots. Hata mimi niko hapa. Yes, when it comes to the boots, not just your regular kind of sport shoes.
Yeah. You need to get a good boot that will support your ankle, and make your walk enjoyable, because kama unaumia mguu,
safari refu
itakuwa ngumu.
Yeah. And what about socks even? Kawaida socks?
No, socks too. You don't need cotton. We said cotton is a no-no, so no cotton socks.
No cotton for socks, tops, or anything.
All right. Because the thing is, basically, cotton it absorbs a lot of water and keeps
and retains it. Yeah.
And we don't want that.
And you're looking for materials that will, as you sweat, in a
weeks it away from the body.
All right. So that you don't end up, with so much moisture retention ina sip into the body, inakuwa baridi, unaenda vizuri, unashuka na homa. Nani homa ya kupeana. All right. Now, when it comes to also the safety gear, because, as you said, sometimes you go for a day or two, you have to camp, you have to stay there for a few nights, and you need camping gear. Let me hear from you, Chalo. When it comes to even, camping gear and safety gear, what are the basics that you need before you decide to pack a bag and go?
I think when you're camping, mostly, apart from just the usual now, the dressing, you also need warm clothes, because most of the places outside it's quite cold at night. So you have there's a woolen hoodie. You need bottoms that are warm. You need also change of socks. Basically, when you hike a whole day, they'll obviously get wet. So you need something to change to when you get to the campsite.
All right.
And another thing is, mention is also water. You usually take lots of water, because once you go up the mountain, you really need water because of dehydration. And you don't want having issues of altitude sickness, headaches, stomach problems and all that. Yeah, and for the major hikes like the Mount Kenya, what we do, like Hike Maniac, we provide like camping gear. What you need if you're coming in is just the sleeping bag, plus the other items. Things like the sleeping mat and the tent, we provide that. It's within the whole budget of the hike. Yes. Also, for safety is mostly when we're hiking within just where the places that are guided by KWS, we go with guards because also it's a forest. There are animals, buffaloes, elephants. So we go with guards so that at least we can make sure that we are safe.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's in a nutshell.
Mosquito repellent?
You can have insect repellent kind of, and you can apply. Also, we also have a paramedic on board, usually, as part of the day hikes or the longer hikes. For precautionary purposes,
measures,
just in case there is an injury or something of the sort, we are able to respond to it in a very timely manner.
Okay.
For the big hikes also, because of the emergencies, you also require that you have the AMREF evacuation card. Just in case you have an accident up in the mountain, you're able to be evacuated from the mountain within a very short time, and you're able to be attended within a very short time.
Okay.
Also, because especially the high mountains, when you're hiking, there is something called the altitude mountain sickness. It's something you start getting when you are at the height of about that 500 meters above sea level. Even some people can get it earlier. So the idea is just to take the mountain slowly, so that your body adapts to low oxygen levels. And then slowly as you go up the mountain, taking a lot of water, you're able to reach your goal, the summit of the mountain.
Are there those health conditions that cannot allow you to go for hiking? Aside from it being physical, some conditions you cannot physically manifest it, but they are there. But are there any that are specific that are contraindicated when it comes to hiking and mountain climbing, from what you know?
Well,
just hold the mic closer.
Oh, sorry. Like for asthmatic people, I think it's good to get the go-ahead from your doctor, but I find like I used to be asthmatic when I was younger, and certain triggers actually bring it up, but it has not stopped me from hiking. I always have my inhaler, but I rarely use it, so I think you should just get the go-ahead from your doctor, but I don't think there's something that you can really say, unless you've been told by your doc, don't do this.
No.
Yeah, it's just like exercise. Because, hiking is it's a low impact exercise, because it's not like a marathon you're running. It's gradual, and you can pace.
Haina pressure.
Yeah, pole pole. In Kilimanjaro, they say, unakula mlima pole pole, ukikunywa maji. Pole pole too.
Pole pole too. Yes.
So, unless your doctor has said,
you're good to go.
Yes.
Yeah.
About also what we've done in Hike Maniac, we usually have a whole calendar for the whole year, and for people we usually grade it, like there's easy, moderate and difficult. So at least if you've not hiked before, we'll advise you to at least start with the easy one, so that you don't go to the difficult and end up injured, or maybe if you have a condition, having an attack up there,
you end up worsening the situation,
or hating the whole experience.
Yeah,
so it's gradual, and one thing is that we keep following up on you, especially if you're preparing an example for Mount Kenya. We require you to do a certain number of hikes before you go there, so that at least it can prepare you, and we know then the places and the altitudes where to take you, so that by the time you get to the final day, you're really prepared for that hike.
All right. Now let me come to you, Grace. When it comes to some of the benefits that you have, you are the most recent one to join the crew. What are some of the benefits that you have? You can attest to that at Kianga. This has been true, and I have tested and proven it.
I think for me, first of all, I have met amazing people who are good influences. By the way, these are positive influencers.
A CPR?
No CPR, by the way. These are awesome people. They make you, you really want to do better. Take care of yourself more. I'm a person who used to eat right, but I hate working out. But you see, when you start hiking and you take 2 weeks and then you go for a hike and you're literally almost dying when you started. So that means you need to get your body in better shape.
Right, yeah.
So it has actually gotten me to work out more. I've also gotten wiser, safer. I'm a good saver nowadays, because you need to plan for your hikes. You can't just because it costs money even to buy the gear. So I've become very good at saving, because I look at the calendar, I'm I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do this, and it costs this. So I need to put this money aside.
Yeah.
So it's made me I'm becoming a better person because of that. I've become more patient also. Because when you're on the mountain, people have different paces. Some people walk faster, others walk slower. But you're walking in a group, so you have to accommodate everyone. And you have to be patient with even the ones who are like almost giving up, because I was one of those ones who are being left behind at some point. So people were encouraging me, and now I also take time and encourage people, the newbies.
Those who came after you.
Yes.
All right. What about you, Mumbi? Some of the benefits that you can say, this, even if it's just one, like this, I will stay true to it and I will keep hiking just because of this.
For me, there's one word I'll say: grit. That courage to just persevere, and it's all up here. And you see, you can also apply that to life, because like, especially on summit night, it's not easy. But the gratification that you get once you get to the summit, I cannot explain that thing. Yeah, it's the best feeling ever. Yeah, so you can actually translate what you experience on the mountains into real life. Yeah, because that perseverance and then seeing that you've actually achieved something is something that you can actually apply in your day-to-day life.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, for when it comes to, you know, for those who are looking to start doing hiking, mountain climbing, trekking here and there, is there a recommended time of the year where you can do this? It's just all year long. It's just a matter of adjusting to the different, you know, weather changes that will be there.
Well, I think because we live in at the equator, basically the whole year is a good time to trek here in this region of the world.
All right.
But of course, there are people who would probably want to avoid hiking probably during the rainy season. But I would also say that even the rainy season, there is also the thrill of being out there. Because we say there's no bad terrain or there's no bad time for hiking. You only have bad gear.
I think that is so true, because it's in the preparation.
Exactly. So when we go out, if it's raining, then we have to be prepared for the rain gear. So we have waterproof boots. No
water fashioned against them.
Exactly. And then we also have, I don't know if it's...
Maybe you could just pick it up and show us, you know, because some of these things, especially for those who cannot, you know, be able to, at the moment, be economically able to come to you guys and tell you, I want to do this, and you know you have your own packages. So for those, for amateur kwenye kwanza kienyeji, before you get to this place, what are the basics?
So this is a day pack. This is a bag that you use to do your thing. So yes, so it comes with the water bladder.
A sippy cup.
Yeah, exactly. So it makes it easy for you to access your water as you walk. Because we found that when you're walking and maybe you're tired and you want to access your water from this side pocket, it's tiring, and you
have to reach back out.
Reach back, and so it's also easy for you just to sip from your... Exactly.
Yeah.
So then if it rains, the bag usually comes with some
raincoat
yake. So you just cover your bag.
Put it over the bag.
Yes, put it over the bag so that the bag is not wet and your items are...
Does it have to be that bright?
It's usually bright so that you can
to be noticeable.
Exactly, visible in the
safety measures. Very wise.
Exactly.
And I want to see the end of this sippy.
Okay. So it's just
that. But how long can this last you?
Usually in the mountain, because there is also rivers, you know, you can usually refill your water.
From the origin.
But then they also come with different sizes. This is 1 liter.
Yeah.
So you can also have a 2 liter or a 3 liter.
Preference again. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah. So then you can have also for the rain gear measures. We have what we call a poncho. So it covers you all. You just when it starts to rain, you just
throw it over yourself.
Yeah, you just throw it in yourself. So it's just with the hood, and you're good to continue. So you can't say that you can't hike when it's raining. You still have to. Then we have this walking pole.
Okay.
So it's usually
adjustable.
Yeah, it's adjustable. So you can open it up
and lock it.
And then it gives you stability as you walk.
Weapons.
Yeah, so usually you should have, it should be about, it should be about 90 degrees.
Just stand?
Okay, yeah, sure. Like it should be 90 degrees.
Your arm should be at a 90-degree angle where you hold it.
When you're holding it,
okay.
Yeah. Usually the best thing is going down so that you don't put so much pressure on your knees.
Oh yeah, then you step.
Yeah,
all right.
So
these are just the basics that, you know, for anyone,
yes.
even the amateur pointer.
Yes.
And
this should not even intimidate anyone.
Yeah.
If you don't have the cash up front to have it, you can still use kijiti, yes, and you can still walk.
And you can still go and enjoy.
Exactly.
So a walking stick, yes. The raincoat, aka hiking poncho,
yes,
the bag, and some water,
yes.
And of course kehubia bag, the cover for the bag, and it ought to be a bright color so that, you know, if in case you get separated from the crew, yes. They're able to see you. Unaona kwa msitu, unaona kanyamoka na shine pale, and they know that there is the person they're looking for, and you know, in case of even emergencies, you can be easily located. Now, for those who are out there and they're hoping to, you know, they're still having all these misconceptions and misunderstandings about hiking, what would you like to tell them as we bring the conversation to an end? Just speak into the camera and speak to all those who are out there and they're hoping to get started, but they haven't gotten started. Bado uko mark timing, it's still an idea. Okay. Encourage them.
Okay. What I would say is just get out there, start.
Angalia camera, angalia kwa macho.
Okay, start.
Yes.
For you to prep, maybe you can start walking in your neighborhood. And also there are places, especially around Nairobi. There is Karura, there is Boretam, there is Ololua. There's so many places that you can just start walking, and then when you gain a bit of confidence and fitness, you can step out. You can go to Gong Hills, you can go to the Aberdares, you can go to Kambani. There's so many hiking, like we have established hiking trails all over the country.
All right.
And like now we already have a calendar that you can hike every single Saturday of the year. You just need to go to our website, www.hikemaniac.co.ke.
And you'll get all of that.
There's a list of a starter pack.
Okay.
There's a list for hiking the big mountain. And we have adventures all across Kenya and across East Africa.
All right.
Yes.
So pick your poison.
Exactly.
All right. Great.
I would say, just like he said, just start. Don't overthink it. Don't be intimidated by this gear that you're seeing us with and the shoes. Start with your sneakers. Then probably when you go there and figure out when you fall in a puddle, you'll realize, yeah, waterproof boots would be better. So just start with what you have and build your gear as you keep hiking.
You don't have to buy everything at
No, you don't need to.
It's just an investment.
Just start small.
Slowly.
Yes, start slowly.
And start with the shoes.
Start with the shoes, yes.
Mumbi.
Yes.
Your word of encouragement to other ladies and gents out there who are hoping to get started, but they still haven't found a reason as to why they should even in the first place.
I'd say get out there and also start with the easy ones. You know, once you start with the hard ones, then you get frustrated and
start small and build.
Just start small. Pole pole too.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Chalo.
For me, I would say that yes,
There's
start.
The camera.
And if there are people who like in the city are struggling with conditions, health conditions. They want to lose weight. They want to do this. Their work is so much stress. I would say nature outside there cleans you out, cleans all that, your chafu yote, all that stress. You've been having migraines and all because of work. Go out there, do your thing, and it's going to really, it has really assisted us in even our health conditions.
Yeah.
So just start wherever you can. Yeah, just start. Yeah, then the rest you'll figure out when you get to the next level.
Couldn't have put it any better. Just start, by the way. I did Ngong Hills once with the fam, and it was it was a very, because it was my first time, and I did Ngong Hills. Nalienda zote. I tried. I tried. So, you know, and just as you're saying, by the way, nature has a way of cleaning up after itself. So if you are looking to have something that will clean you, and especially the air out there, my goodness, it is fresh. It's different, trust me. So if you are able to afford some of this gear, go ahead. And if you're not able to afford all of it, just start small and build, and just start. That's the biggest advice you can ever get from anyone. Just start where you are with what you have when you can. Just start. Well, we have been speaking with this fantastic crew of hikers. I'll just remind you their names. From the extreme left, he is Chalo Munyao, who is a co-founder of Hike Maniacs. He's also a hiker and a Hike Maniacs. Thank you so much for being with us. We also have Beatrice Mumbi, who is a member of Hike Maniac. Next to her, we have Grace Kenya, also a member of Hike Maniac. Hike Maniac, and next to me is Gitonga Wandai, who's also the other co-founder of Hike Maniac. Thank you so much for coming through. We do hope that, you know, somebody out there has been encouraged. And are you on social media?
Yes, we are.
Give us your social media handles so that even our viewers out there, somebody who's looking to join, can be able to get in touch with you guys.
Sure. Well, we are on all platforms, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and we are all at Hike Maniac.
Hike Maniac.
Very simple, Hike Maniac.
All right.
Yeah.
With a K.
With a K.
Maniac with a K. The Maniac has a K at the end, not a C. Hike Maniac. So go ahead and check them out on Twitter. If you have any more questions that you feel, you know, you need to shoot through them through us, you can also do that. Hashtag Good Morning Kenya, Pale Twira. 20154 is our SMS line. My handle is the Jade One Boy. So we want to take a musical break / commercial break, but we'll be right back with more interviews. Do not go anywhere. This is Entertainment Thursday.